His name is Grant Neal and he is not a real insurance salesman. He is a graduate of the London Academy of Performing Arts and as well as tap dancing does ballet and contemporary dance and has a good baritone or tenor voice. He has appeared in a number of musicals in London and elsewhere. And yes, I am reliably informed that Grant does indeed do all his own stunts. We are seeing an increasing number of hurricanes forming and causing large amounts of damage. Could they not be broken up by dropping a bomb or some form of explosive and detonating it in the center of the hurricane to reduce or destroy it? Worthing, Sussex. It's a nice idea, but it would ain't work. The energy of a hurricane is phenomenal. The heat generated by a hurricane is roughly equal to exploding a 10 megaton nuclear weapon every 20 minutes. The hurricane starts as water evaporating from the ocean, which then condenses into raindrops. The condensation process releases more energy as heat, which causes more water to evaporate, which releases more energy, and so on until the hurricane reaches land, when it begins to run out of water to continue the process. The massive winds are only about 1% of its total energy. All this means that even a huge nuclear bomb would have little effect and would run the horrible risk of radioactive fallout being carried by the winds. Monday, September 11, 2017. Rainfall potential for the United States. Having seen the We Love Autumn Fragrances feature in the Daily Express on Thursday, ranging in price from £27 to £175. What makes perfumes so expensive? Sue Bailey, Skipton, North Yorkshire. The price comes down mainly to four things: the ingredients, the marketing, the packaging and the skill of the perfumer. The second and third of those are essentially up to the company making the perfumes. The last is the wages of the expert who concocts the fragrances. But by far the greatest expense in the creation of the more expensive perfumes is the first. Ingredients may be rare, such as the ambergris from whales' intestines. But even if flowers are used, costs can rack up. To make a kilo of jasmine essential oil takes 1,653 pounds of jasmine flowers, which must be picked by hand during the few hours of the day the petals are open. As with most things, prices are a reflection of what people are willing to pay. Getty. Edward VIII abdicated in 1936 in order to marry Wallis Simpson. In 1936, Edward VIII had to abdicate in order to marry Wallis Simpson, who was a divorced lady. Prince Charles is also married to a divorced lady, yet there seems no objection to his succeeding the Queen. What is the difference between the two situations? Kenneth Clues, Middlesbrough, North Yorkshire. Quite apart from the animosity towards Wallis Simpson in government circles, the constitutional problem in 1936 was essentially that the monarch was also head of the Church of England, which did not sanction the remarriage of divorcees. Since then the attitude has changed. In 1981 the Church's Synod resolved that certain people may be married in church during the lifetime of a former spouse, and in 2002 the Synod ruled that divorcees may remarry in church with official approval. Friday, June 30, 2017. The Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall try on snow glasses made by a local as they tour the Sylvia Grinnell Territorial Park, Iqaluit, the capital city of the Canadian territory of Nunavut. At the start of the visit to Canada was Handel's Messiah first published in English, or is the version we used to an English translation of the original German Graham Penzance, Cornwall. Despite Handel being German, his Messiah was written to an English libretto by Charles Jennens and was first performed in 1742 in Dublin, where gentlemen were requested to remove their swords, and ladies were asked not to wear hoops to make room for as big an audience as possible. A German translation was made in 1775 and performed in Vienna in 1789. Is there anything you can't answer? Try us. You can ask a question by email. Put questions in the subject line and send your question to william.hartston@express.co.uk by post to any questions. Co. William Hartston, Daily Express, number 10 Lower Thames Street, London EC3R 6EN. We cannot promise replies to everyone, but the best will feature on this page.